Eurovision fam. Here we are. It's our semifinal of death, Eurovision 2022, and I'm gonna attempt to make some predictions. Hey, if you've never been to my channel before, welcome! I am Alesia Michelle. If you love the Eurovision Song Contest, please consider giving this video a like, and please consider subscribing if you love the Eurovision Song Contest. I think you'll like my channel. Alright, so I'm gonna be real with you, like, this semifinal is tough. But it's also, like, oddly, like, I just feel like some countries are, like, truly a lock. So I'm gonna do this video in the same way that I did the other prediction video. And essentially, I'm breaking this down as to, like, what I just feel like, yeah, like, this feels, like, solidly in. And then I sort of have my, like, what's likely, like what I think is like, it's likely to happen that this will go down. And then I have my fence, and that's kind of what we're doing here. So, like, let's kick off and like, let's just talk about like what feels solidly in. It's like, okay, feels solidly in, we'll go here, and then likely in, and then we've got our fence, which I kind of always, I just will say, like, to give myself sort of like a rubric, I really feel like I can only put like 2 songs in the fence bucket. That's sort of how I like shake it down. So I wish that I had like my screen like over here so then at least I can look like I'm moving it over here, but my dual screen is on this side. So it's like, it looks like I'm looking off, but I'm not. All right, so, okay. Sweden. Sweden is in. I think Sweden has the ability to possibly even win this semi outright. Like, I just feel like Sweden's pretty solid. I'm gonna go with Serbia. Yeah. Serbia here. Serbia, solid. It's in. Like, we're getting solid. Like, Serbia's advancing. I'm living in the world where Serbia is advancing. I know that some people are questioning it, but I'm living in the world where it's advancing. You know, I think some people were on the fence at first with this one. I'm gonna say that Australia's in. I really connect with this song. I think that people are really gonna appreciate the vocal performance that we're getting. So I'm gonna say Australia's in. I'm feeling good about that. Cyprus. Again, I think in the fandom people are kind of quiet on it, but I just feel like it's in. I think that people are worried about Cyprus like translating it to the stage. That's not a problem that they typically have. So I have faith in them with that. I think at one point people were nervous about the vocal, but our singer has performed live before. I've seen videos of her performing live, so I'm actually not worried about this vocal at all. And those are the only things that I think could come for it. I also think that the running order is really serving this entry. So I understand why some people might have had trepidations about it because, you know, it wasn't like Cyprus just walked in with all of this hype, unlike, you know, last year or even the year before last or the year before last. So I think that might be where folks are at. But I just think that this song feels solidly in. So I'm giving Cyprus an edge in here. I'm going to put my first likely in, but my likely in is Finland. I think that people know the Rasmus. Jezebel, I'm telling you, when it comes on the playlist, it just feels right. I am here for all of the people who kind of have critiques on the song. Because look, like, the Jezebel wasn't my favorite song from UMK. It definitely wasn't. Cyan Kills, I think I actually liked more of like the rock entries. And if Isaac's song, if it was delivered, like if the vocal delivered it better, like that song would have been solidly, I think, in my top 10 for Eurovision this year. I really, really liked that track. It was something about it that just felt really fresh and current. But I think that Finland is likely in. I'm not worried about it. But I don't know if I feel like it feels solidly in. Because given the way that Finland has been treated before at Eurovision, last year was good. You know, last year was great. I was here for that. But I do think sometimes Finland does deliver, and Europe is kind of lukewarm with it. Finland has also given us a known act before with Darude. And so just thinking like, oh, they'll just skate in because it's a known act. But honestly, I think if If the vocal was shaky, then maybe its solid footing with the jury could falter. But I feel like it's making it in, so that's why I'm saying it's likely to make it in, but it could all go away if the vocal is not together. The staging is going to be great. The song, I think, is good enough, and it's going to be something that feels familiar to folks, and people are going to like it, and it's catchy. You don't forget Jezebel. You're going to remember it. Even in the recap, I think it's going to show up really well. So, okay, I'm going to move over likely in Estonia. Some of you have mentioned Estonia maybe not making it in the shock qualification video. I will say this. It would be shocking to me if Estonia didn't make it in. It would, I would say, shocking is absolutely the adjective that I would assign if Estonia didn't make it in. But I will say, I could see how the song could feel divisive for some folks, where it's just like, what is that? Like a Western, like in the middle? But that's why I think them removing sort of the cowboy part in the song is so crucial. I kind of didn't hate the cowboy there, because to me it showed me like, okay, they're not taking this super serious, and I like that. I think it's like a little wink of like, we know what this sounds like. But I do think I think removing that allows people to still vibe with the fact that, okay, we're getting like sort of the spaghetti western track, and I just think of like Ennio Morricone, so I'm like, I'm here for it with the spaghetti western reference. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Poland. Poland, I almost feel like I'm going to put Poland and feel solidly in. I think I had it written down here. Actually, I think I had Poland as like likely. I think that Poland is going to be in. Actually, I'm going to move Poland to likely, because I will be worried for it if he doesn't move on the stage. If he's just standing behind the mic singing the song, I'm worried for it. But I think that Poland is going to give this some movement where maybe he just moves around so we can get some different moments to kind of add a little bit more drama to match, I think, the drama that the song is serving. So I think Poland is, I'm going to put it in likely in, only because if that staging doesn't have him move, which I was in a live stream, the Ladies' Choice live stream went down, and someone commented that apparently they aren't changing the staging up that much from the national selection, which makes me nervous. And should make everyone who really likes this song extremely nervous. I think that he could still get through based off the vocal, but I would be worried for its chances, because again, this semifinal is so stacked. Okay, stacked. We've got 3 slots available. I think at this point in the conversation, it probably makes sense to like reflect a little bit on our bottom bucket right now. So let's say this. I feel pretty confident. I'm thinking what's going to end up happening is that I'm pretty sure at this point that Montenegro is not advancing. I think that Montenegro is probably out. I think the live performances... Oh, Estonia is here twice. Lord, delete. Okay. I'm like, are there any other ones that are up here twice? Okay, so I feel like Montenegro is probably out. The reason why I feel like Montenegro is probably out is really mostly based off of the live performances, and I don't think the running order is helping it. I think for this song to hit, it would have to be sung perfect. There can't be not one bum note. And my mom pointed this out when she was listening to the song. She was like, there's something really simple about the song in a good way, where it's like you can latch on to the melody really easily. It sticks with you. But she said the negative of that is the fact that then if Vladana doesn't hit the right note, people are going to be aware that the right note wasn't hit. So I think that we're probably missing out on Montenegro. Now, my mom loves Malta's song, but I do actually think that we are probably going to miss out on Malta. I think she's gonna sing it really well. I think she's gonna look great. I think the running order is doing Malta no favors. I think it's just gonna be muted by Georgia and San Marino. North Macedonia, I think we are gonna miss out on. I don't know if the running order is really helping North Macedonia. I think at first I was like, maybe it is helping it. Like, maybe this isn't like a bad place for North Macedonia. But now I'm just like, no, I don't think it's going to happen. Sweden, solid. Serbia, solid. Australia, solid. Cyprus, I feel solid. Likely, and I'm moving to like feeling pretty solid about Finland. Estonia, I think it's likely in. I know some people were discounting it, but I think it's likely in. As much as I want to see Georgia kind of advance, I like the song. I like the song. I think like the mayhem like itch is getting to me where I'm just like, come on, let's just like put Georgia in the final. I like the song. I think it'll be kind of fun, but I'm pretty sure that we're probably going to lose out on Georgia. I don't think that that's making it through. Controversial opinion, I'm going to give us our first fence. I think Azerbaijan's on the fence. At first I was thinking like, no, we can get all the sad boys. Azerbaijan stages really well, and I think our vocalist, like, he can actually sing live. But here's my fear. I think it comes too early in the show. And I think that ultimately by the time we end up after Australia, low-key after Estonia, and then after Poland, I don't think that Azerbaijan is going to be able to hold on. And it's crazy because I think I just had like, no, it's just going to make it through. Like, I was just thinking to myself like, no, it's gonna make it through. But right now, I'm going with Azerbaijan on the fence, and I think that's probably my first controversial opinion in here. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there was something else controversial. But I think Azerbaijan is on the fence. I think it has a chance to edge through, but we'll talk about its chances to edge through after we get into this. Who do I think is next? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that I have faith that the Czech Republic is going to have it together and that they're going to be able to get in. I say this because I think the song is really modern. I think the production of it is modern. I also wonder if we lose Austria in semifinal 1, which I think we are likely, right now, we are likely to lose Austria. I think that leaves a crack and an open and a sort of an open wound in people's hearts, that kind of want that like dance element. And although some people might be getting that from Norway, I think Norway, is a little bit lighter. There's like kind of like that dark pop element. If the vocal is right, if the staging, from my perspective, is similar to like what they did in the national selection, I think Czech ends up making it through. I'm gonna put them in, and I'm kind of putting them in over Azerbaijan. So I'm gonna throw that in there. So this might be controversial. I will say I would like to see Czech Republic advance, but I will say this: I have no problem letting Czech Republic go if the vocal is not together. Y'all know how I am. Like, if the vocal is not together, if the staging feels like too much, or, well, I don't think that it will be not enough, but I think if the staging feels too much, like where they pulled out all the stops, or if we get a whole bunch of empty arena shots and like, the stage zoomed out, I don't think that that's the movement. I think one of the things that makes the Czech Republic so impactful was really that live performance we got of the national selection, where it was just in the room. There was something really modern, and almost like the emptiness of the performance actually worked, I think, to its advantage. But if we start looking at a big stage with just 3 people looking really small on it, and big crowd shots with like flags waving in it, and a whole bunch of those, I think it's over. I think it's over. I'm gonna tell y'all, So eight. We've got 8 songs up here. I've got 2 slots left. I will tell you, I would want those 2 slots probably to be filled by San Marino and Ireland, if I'm being honest. Belgium, I am nervous about. So I'm just going to tell you. Controversial opinion. I'm putting Belgium on the fence. I feel like if the vocal is together and if the staging, honestly, if the staging for Belgium is kind of like the music video where it's him in the middle and then like the 4 male dancers, the thing is there's no song like it. There's no song like Belgium. I could see the juries, if the vocal is good and if Belgium goes against all of their staging instincts and just does the 4 dancers, Jeremy in the middle with the little bit of choreo, I think that this could find its way in the final. I think Israel's likely in. And I know so many of y'all are like, I don't like listening to this song, but the thing is people aren't just going to be listening to it. They're going to be seeing it. Michael Ben David can sing. This song is going to be sung to perfection on the Eurovision stage. Full stop. There is choreography in this that's tight. There is going to be a stage show. I know y'all. I'm crazy. It's very difficult when I see Israel to not think that it's going to advance. It's just when I see it, I am like, and I think a lot of people at home are going to be like, this is Eurovision. Like, yeah, like we're doing this. We're doing this. I know y'all. I'm crazy. Okay. Here's the thing. I think when I first did this list, I had Azerbaijan in like likely in. So then if you kind of lock this in, this was sort of what I had originally. I had Sweden, Serbia, Australia, Cyprus, again, solidly in. And then I felt for likelihood of what to happen, I was like Finland, Estonia, Poland, Czech Republic, Israel, and Azerbaijan. I don't know if I'm completely here. I said from the beginning, I feel like San Marino won't be starting from 0. I said that. I said that San Marino won't be starting from 0. And I actually think that there might be some juries. Beat me up. There might be some juries that will throw at some points. I really like this song. I listened to the studio cut of it. I also think the studio cut and the pairing of this visually is going to be arresting for folks. I will tell you, Romania, I actually think might, like if I'm doing predictions, I think it might shake out like this. If I'm predicting, I could actually see this as a real scenario where Azerbaijan just misses out, Romania gets people who are like, it's just a vibe, I'm into it, and then Belgium squeaks in if the staging and the vocal is impeccable. But sitting here where I'm sitting at right now, I feel solid about Belgium being on the fence. I think we're going to miss out on Romania. And maybe it's that we're just missing out on Romania. But I think I could see this happening. And here's Ireland. I want Europe to consider Ireland. I really like this song. It is modern, it is fresh, it is radio friendly, and I actually think that the staging could be dope for it. I'm not here with the people who think that Brooke should be doing more with her vocal. I think if she did anything more with her vocal, it would feel like too much. I would like to see a path for this, and I would like Azerbaijan to take the L. And what I'd want to see happen is kind of this, but I think I'd be willing to get rid of, if you're asking me what I want to see happen, I'd let go of Finland, and low-key I would put San Marino in. This is probably, if you look at this is probably like what I want to see happen. Like Sweden, Serbia, Australia, Cyprus, and then San Marino, Estonia, Poland, Czech Republic, Israel, and Ireland. That's probably what I want to see advance and move on. But I don't think that it's going to happen. Like, I don't think that it's going to happen. And I think that if I'm getting realistic, I have to be willing to own that San Marino might be divisive for some folks, and that Finland is the rock entry that they back. And then I lose Ireland. I completely lose Ireland. And then Azerbaijan squeaks in. But I'll tell you this. If the fandom has their pulse on something right, because this is the thing I will say about Israel. I liked the original version. The revamp took away some elements that actually in the original version I think I really, really liked. So say the fandom is on pulse, and let's say Israel doesn't make it. It's Belgium filling the bucket. It's Belgium filling the bucket. And I would even say Israel, because to me, I feel like Israel feels far more solid than what other people think. I could see Czech Republic falling by the wayside if the vocal is not together and the stage, and then we get a whole bunch of arena shots. If we get a whole bunch of arena shots, it's over. And then Belgium squeaks through. Belgium makes it through. And then we lose Ireland. And as much as I want San Marino, maybe San Marino loses out. But where I'm locking things kind of in, where I lock it in, I'm thinking this could be what we see. Oh, and then the fence is Romania. Beat me up. Those are my predictions. I can throw it again so you can see it in big screen. That I'm like, okay, this might be my prediction. And I think where my heart breaks, it's Ireland. Ireland is where my heart breaks in this makeup. Because to me, this is the song that I just feel like, it just feels current. It's not like trying to win Eurovision. You know what I mean? Like, it's not trying to win Eurovision. It's not like, oh, we've got to check this box. Vocal moment, check. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something about it that there's an ease that I would really, really hope that not only juries would understand, but like people at home would get. So in this makeup, I think I could live with this. But my heart would legitimately break for Ireland. But to be honest, I really want to see Belgium serve perfection. Their track record with the staging hasn't been that great, so that makes me nervous. But I would not be mad at Azerbaijan falling by the wayside. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad if Azerbaijan fell by the wayside and we got Romania. I wouldn't be mad. That doesn't look bad to me at all. I wouldn't be mad, we keep Azerbaijan on the fence and then Belgium makes it in. I'd be cool with that. But I don't know why. You know what? Now I'm kind of thinking, what if this is my prediction? No. I think I think I'm going to stay solid there. I think I'm going to stay solid there. Yeah, okay. All right. We've locked it in. This is my prediction for what I think will happen. All right, well, that's my prediction for semifinal 2. Do you agree with me? Talk to me in the comments below. Do you disagree with me? That's okay too. Talk to me in the comments below. This is a conversation. And you know what? I am so excited for Eurovision 2022. Don't forget to like this video if you love the Eurovision Song Contest and you liked the video. And don't forget to subscribe. If you love Eurovision, you're definitely going to like my channel. We have so many great conversations over here. And you can fully beat me up in the comments. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Keep it respectful. But you can totally not agree with me. Yeah, I mean, looking at this list, I mean, do you think North Macedonia, Malta, Montenegro, Georgia, Ireland, or San Marino can qualify? Come on. In particular, I want you to tell me San Marino can qualify. Because I was living in the world that I really thought that San Marino could qualify. I think I'm still living in the world that San Marino could qualify. But I'm being pragmatic with my choices. And I decided to lock it in. So I'm looking back at it. I'm locking it in. I'm locking it in. Yeah. If you're going to be going to Turin for the Eurovision Song Contest and you are coming to the jury show for semifinal 2, I have an event for you. We're having a real Eurovision family dinner. It's a 3-course meal. It's all going down in Turin. You can literally go to this dinner, meet other Eurovision fans. We can fellowship and everything, and then hop in your taxi over to the arena to see the jury show. It's going to be an amazing event. The details are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.